Felix the fox lived under a grand old oak tree. His burrow was cosy and warm. Felix loved to solve puzzles. He also loved to solve mysteries. One sunny morning, Felix was curled up in his burrow. He was reading a book of riddles. Suddenly, he heard a frantic knocking at his door. "Oh dear," thought Felix. "I wonder who that could be." He put down his book and scurried to the door. It was Oliver the owl, his big round eyes filled with worry. "Felix, my dear friend," hooted Oliver, "something terrible has happened. My favourite silver feather is missing." Felix knew how much Oliver treasured his silver feather. It shimmered in the moonlight and made the most beautiful sound when he flew. "Don't worry, Oliver," said Felix, his eyes twinkling with determination. "I'll help you find it." Felix grabbed his magnifying glass and put on his thinking cap. "Now tell me everything," he said, leading Oliver inside. Felix and Oliver set off into the forest to look for clues. They met Benny the badger, humming to himself as he weeded his vegetable patch. "Benny," called Felix, "have you seen a shiny silver feather anywhere?" Benny scratched his head thoughtfully. "Can't say I have," he replied, "but if you ask Tilly the squirrel, she sees everything from the treetops." Felix and Oliver thanked Benny and continued their search. They spotted Tilly scampering along a branch high above. "Tilly, Tilly!" shouted Felix. "Have you seen a silver feather?" Tilly stopped and peered down at them, her bushy tail twitching. "I thought I saw something sparkling near Maggie the magpie's nest this morning," she chirped. "You know how she loves shiny things." Felix and Oliver thanked Tilly and hurried towards Maggie's nest. They found her sorting through a pile of colourful buttons and beads. "Maggie," asked Felix politely, "have you seen a silver feather by any chance?" Maggie stopped her sorting and looked at them with her bright black eyes. "A silver feather, you say?" she chirped. "Why, yes, I did find something quite sparkly this morning." Maggie hopped over to her nest and rummaged around inside. She pulled out a long silver feather that shimmered in the sunlight. "Is this what you're looking for?" she asked. Oliver gasped. "That's it, my silver feather," he hooted happily. "Oh, thank you, Maggie, you've saved the day." Maggie chuckled. "I'm glad I could help," she said, handing Oliver his feather. It was just too pretty to resist. Oliver was so relieved to have his feather back. He thanked Maggie again and again. Felix smiled. He knew that even though Maggie loved collecting shiny things, she was always happy to return them to their rightful owners. "You were right, Felix," said Oliver, turning to his friend. "You always solve the mystery." Felix blushed. "It wasn't just me," he said. "Benny, Tilly and Maggie all helped us find your feather." Oliver nodded. "That's true," he hooted. "Teamwork always solves the problem." Oliver was so happy to have his silver feather back. He flew up to the highest branch of the oak tree and sang a beautiful song, his voice echoing through the forest. All the animals gathered around to listen and celebrate. They danced and sang, enjoying the beautiful day. Felix felt proud to have helped his friend. As the sun began to set, the animals started heading home. Felix walked beside Oliver, feeling happy and content. "Thank you, Felix," said Oliver, his voice filled with gratitude. "You're a true friend." Felix smiled. "Any time, Oliver," he replied. "Solving mysteries with friends is the best kind of adventure." As Felix snuggled into his cosy burrow that night, he couldn't help but smile. He closed his eyes, already dreaming of his next exciting adventure in the forest.